Just one more thing. The people and the friends that we have lost are the dreams that have faded. Never forget them.
So that's it. This is where I ended up. Huh. A long way from home. Huh? Thanks,
I don't think you came here just to die, so let me fill you in on something. Law of the land. None shall remember the names of those who do not fight.
Thanks for the save, but you really didn't have to.
I don't like watching people die.
What? But isn't this the far plane?
Far plane. Never heard of it.
You know, where the spirits of those who've passed go after they finally...
Wait, does that mean you remember your past?
Huh?
Or your name?
Yeah.
Really?
Of course I do. I'm... What the... Wait, why can't I remember? My name is...
No luck, huh? Try this.
What blitzball?
Washed up alongside you. Guess it's yours. There's a name on it.
I suppose I might have signed this. Titus. That's my name. Or at least I think it is.
Either way, that's what I'll call you. Titus.
I don't know. It seems strange. No one ever used my name. Hey you, or kid, sure. But Titus? That one's new to me.
Is it weird if I say I know how you feel?
Really? Well, I'm glad to know I'm not the only one.
Do you remember hearing a voice before you woke up? Sort of snooty. Talking about hope, warriors of light and such?
Huh. I can't say I do.
Then let me bring you up to speed. You washed up here on the shores of Palamecia, probably from a different world. You're not the first. The same thing happened to me. Welcome to the rest of your life.
I thought we ended up in the far plane after we, you know, passed. But we're not dead? Just somewhere else?
I know it's a lot to wrap your head around, but you'll get used to it. If you want to live, you'll have to.
Have you seen my sword around?
Couldn't find it anywhere. You'll have to make do with your fist for now. Or you could use that ball as a weapon.
If you think that'll stop whatever's out there.
Second thought, scratch that. Just let me take care of it. Come on, follow me.
Man, does the air taste good!
Welcome to Palamecia. A fine place if you ignore the monsters around every corner.
Sounds a lot like Spira.
Is that where you're from? Before Palamecia?
Sort of. I I woke up there one day. Just like here, in fact. I was born somewhere else. It's...
Well, you certainly are a special one.
Special? Special how?
You're a special pain in the butt.
Jeez, thanks.
Maybe the crystal can help you. At any rate, it couldn't hurt to ask. And if you're lucky, you may even be gifted with a glimpse into your future.
Is that a joke? Have you ever been to this temple before?
In a way, we definitely aren't taking the same path I took last time. Everything's changed.
Been a while.
Not that. The land is morphing around us. The roads are getting dizzier, and the beasts are getting more vicious.
That's impossible. Stuff can't just change like that.
It gets worse than that.
Huh?
As we speak, your very fate is being molded by forces unknown. That's Palamecia for you. Just grin and bear it. Bye-bye.
What the heck was that?
Echo, a fairy straight out of your nightmares. Be careful with that one. She's twice as dangerous as she is cute.
Hold up for a second, will ya?
Alright.
I just want to make sure I understand things. So this place is called Palamecia? And I came here from Spira without any warning or memory of how. Good so far?
That about covers it. You're a quick learner.
Yeah, well, this isn't the first time I've woken up in a strange land. So, do you think anyone else from Spira is here? Anyone like me?
Your guess is as good as mine. Even if there were, they wouldn't remember it. Everyone who comes here from somewhere else loses all recollection of their past lives. And I'm no exception.
Palamecia? Are you sure you didn't just die in your homeworld and that's why you're here? Why we're here?
You think that this place is some kind of hell? Actually, in a way it is. Could be. Not that I remember either way. But you have memories of Spira, right? Try to think back. Did you die back there? Or face some horrible end?
Hey, you're creeping me out.
Then don't ask the question.
Hey, I can handle it. But to be honest, I can't make sense of what happened to me back there. All I know is, I just vanished. I'm not in Spira anymore.
You two seem to be hitting it off. Has Mr. Grumpy finally learned to turn that frown upside down?
Well, he's a bit out of the ordinary. He still has his memories.
Did you hear how dramatic he was being? And while we're sitting here in front row seats, we're busy nodding off in La La Land.
He'll open up when he's good and ready.
So considerate. It's nice to see the kind and caring side of you for a change. I'm surprised you didn't tell him to get lost ages ago. I would've.
What of what? What are you guys talking about?
I'm gonna cut to the chase. This land is harsh, and people like you that go against its laws are always targets.
What do I have to worry about? I'm already dead.
Look, maybe you did die back in Spira, but this is Palamecia. If you want to die again, then be my guest. Just go do it away from me. I'm a busy man. I've got better things to do than watch my companions get offed. It's your decision.
My decision? Oh, what decision? You act like I have a say in the matter. You think I have a clue about what's going on here? I can't do anything but what you tell me.
Irritating, I know.
I'm afraid. How else am I supposed to feel? Taken from Spira and flung here? Of course I'm gonna be afraid. I'll stop acting like everything's okay. I'll hold on to my doubt until I don't need to anymore. Next time I start to lose it, I'll thank you for the lecture.
Lecture? I was just giving you some advice.
Same thing! So we're going to the temple to seek the crystal's guidance, right? To where?
To somewhere.
Yeah, big hell.
This world's been a thorn in my side. If I can find a way out, I'll go.
You're hoping the crystal will show us a way out of Palamecia?
Well, that's not what it showed me, but I don't remember ever leaving my home, so what would it show?
Well, what do you think makes me any different?
You have memories of Spira. Maybe somewhere in your head is a way to go.
I can't go back.
You can't go back or won't. Surely there's someone you want to meet again.
My time there is done.
Fine. I'll drop it.
Sorry, it's hard to reminisce about.
You were ready to leave, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. How'd you figure that one?
The way you talk. You're not sad to be gone. You accept it. I've heard that tone before.
Yeah, that chapter of my life is over. And now, I can finally look back on a finished story. I have to imagine there are others like us, brought here from some distant world. What are they here for?
You said it yourself. They didn't come. They were brought to fight.
Not everyone hates it as much as you do. Most of them buckle down to fulfill the prophecy. It would be their honor to become the Warrior of Light.
Say that again?
The Warrior of Light, the last bastion of hope against Chaos's evil schemes. Those souls brought to Palamecia are meant to risk their lives to become this land's savior.
So you're saying I could be one too?
You? No. No wonder. But that's not for me to say. Off to the temple!
That's not really the answer I was looking for.
I can tell you one thing. Whatever answer you eventually find, it'll have something to do with that dumb prophecy.
You sound pretty down on it. You don't want to be a hero?
Can't say it was something I ever took seriously. All that matters to me is staying alive.
This place here is the temple?
Maybe now we'll get some answers. Go on. Time to find out if you've earned a glimpse into your future. This is the beginning of your end. My reality is mine to create.
You think this thing can really see into my future?
There are thousands of lights. Millions even. More than there are stars in the sky. Is this a different planet?
Not a planet. A city. A city that stretches even further than the eye can see.
But there's nowhere like this in all of Palamecia. Something this massive can't...
Zanarkand, the sleepless city of endless lights. My home, and the place I can never return to. Listen to my story. This may be our last chance. This is where I was born, Zanarkand, once filled with the sounds of life. Now dead for 1,000 years. My home was nothing more than a fleeting illusion. And I'm nothing more than a dream.
The crystal showed us the image of a magnificent city from another world. Zanarkand, Titus's home. The possibilities for new adventures filled my imagination. But we arrived and saw no bright lights or towering buildings, just lifeless ruins. What could have happened here? You okay?
I was wrong after all. I thought maybe Zanarkand would be here too.
Wait, I thought this was Zanarkand.
Yeah, but this is Spira's Zanarkand. This place isn't my home. It's more real.
It's not like you to talk in riddles. You can't expect us to make heads or tails of what that means.
Sorry, it's just...
I don't know what happened here, but if you don't want to talk about it, then fine.
Of course, we would never make you do anything. But we can't help if we're left in the dark.
I know. Just... where should I begin?
Start from the top, and I have a feeling we might be here till the sun goes down. Just take your time.
Alright. Mind if we take a walk? Some fresh air will help me get things straight. Looks like the end of the line.
Only if you choose to give up.
Remember where you are. This is just another trial to be overcome. Unless you feel like packing it in, that is.
And why would we want to do that?
Ah, rare words of encouragement. But we can do more. I'm sure if we just look, we're bound to find something illuminating. What do you say?
I'll be searching for loot. If I find anything that'll help Titus, then all the better.
Thanks, guys. Don't forget, I can fight too, now that I have my sword.
You still need to recover. Take some practice swings until you're feeling back in form. I'll handle it till then.
It sounds like you're putting me on the bench.
Looking forward to your star comeback. There's nothing here but piles of rubble. This place fell long before any of us were born.
What happened to that glittering landscape the crystal showed us? Was it just a dream? Or was it just a forgotten memory of the city's former glory, now buried by the sands of time? What happened here?
It's a long story. The Zanarkand I knew was just like how the crystal showed us. But when I woke up in Spira, I found out my home had been dust for 1,000 years.
1,000 years? So you were flung across both time and space, huh?
That's what I thought at first, too. Seemed like the only logical conclusion to make.
It's never that simple.
If it was, that'd sure save us some time. You see, the Zanarkand I lived in and Spira weren't even in the same world. So I wasn't only taken from my home, but I was somewhere completely alien. Just like now.
You went from Zanarkand to Spira, and then from Spira to Palamecia. You're a regular globetrotter. I bet you could even teach us a thing or two.
Explains why you seem so calm.
Oh, I'm far from calm. This is better than last time, though. At least Sin isn't running loose.
Sin?
It's a monster that terrorized Spira. Or maybe it'd be best to call it a force of nature. It gulped me down and spit me up on Spira. A whole world with a common enemy. Sin. People laid down their lives to fight for the greater good.
You did too, huh? How'd the fight go? Did you guys end up winning?
I guess you could say that.
Wow, did you hear that? We have ourselves a bona fide hero!
Well, that was a doozy. Thanks for giving us the abridged version.
You're welcome?
It sounds like the good guys won, doesn't it? You defeated the evil Sin and brought peace to the land. That's a happy ending if I've ever heard one.
Of course, that was the best the people of Spira could have asked for. But Sin wasn't the only thing to disappear. A world without Sin meant a world without me as well. Our existences were unnatural to Spira, so when Sin went, there was no reason for me anymore.
Did you go back home?
What do you think? How many times has he said he couldn't go back to Zanarkand?
That's right. I wasn't the only one to vanish along with Sin. Zanarkand went away too. None of that was a surprise to me, though. I knew it was gonna be that way for a while.
And you went ahead anyways? Even though you knew you'd never...
I made my peace. Huh. There sure are a lot of trials around here.
How else would you grow big and strong?
Echo, stop patronizing him.
And you deserve heaps of praise for so gallantly protecting Tidus.
She never listens.
So, think I'll fight soon?
We'll see. You'll have to pick up the slack if I fall. I don't think it'll be a problem for the one who brought down Sin.
I'll do my best to prepare, but let's hope it doesn't come to that, huh?
Tell me, do you have any idea what happened to those in Spira after you fought Sin and were sent here? Any way to get in touch?
No on both counts. But I'd like to believe everyone's living their lives peacefully.
What kind of people were they?
They were companions, allies, and friends most of all. But it's not just them I hope are happy. Everyone in Spira deserves peace. Even the ones I didn't get along with. No matter what's in our past, I hope they're all doing well.
I bet you look back upon your time there fondly. Even though you had the specter of Sin looming over you, there must have been more good times than bad. I'm sure you made each other laugh.
Well, it definitely wasn't all bad, but it wasn't that everything was all sunshine and smiles either. We laughed because we had to. The whole experience was so new to me, I just did whatever felt right.
Every journey has a dark side.
Yeah, this one did too, but I was the only one who didn't know.
I've been wondering about the dark side of besting Sin. Was it some dreadful secret to test the very limits of devotion?
Beats me.
I know. I bet it was that Sin kept coming back, no matter how many times it fell.
How'd you guess that?
What? I was right? I just took that from some old story I heard ages ago.
Summoners would sacrifice themselves to stop Sin's rampage, but it would always return.
Sacrifice? Does that mean what I think it does?
The only people with the power to defeat Sin are summoners. But that power comes at a cost. To triumph over Sin means to give up your life.
Wait, something doesn't add up. I thought you were the one to bring down Sin. Does that mean a summoner...
We swore not to let anything happen to her. We swore not to let another summoner die in vain. We swore to end Sin forever, so we looked for a way.
Did you find one?
Yes, we did. Both Sin and the one who revived it are gone for good.
And you went along with them too, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're okay with that?
Huh?
In the end, someone was still sacrificed. You.
That may be so, but I was willing to live with that outcome. It was my story, after all. That was the only fitting end.
So you've never thought about going back? Never ever?
I told you, the Zanarkand I knew doesn't exist anymore.
But Spira's still there, right?
Not an option. Sin was the only thing tying me to Spira. After beating him, I was wiped clean from there.
You make it sound like you were obliterated, but you look plenty alive to me. Radiant, even. Explain that.
I couldn't, even if I tried.
You're not avoiding something, are you?
I've had enough questions for now. Just think of me as a fleeting dream of Spira's. From nowhere I appeared, and to nowhere I disappeared.
You're happy to just leave things at that? What about the others you knew? Do you think their memories of your time together just vanished along with you?
I can't know that.
Hang on. Let me get this straight. You fought Sin with full knowledge that you would fade away from Spira.
Yeah, but it wasn't an easy choice to make.
Nevertheless, you still made it.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have.
Do you have any regrets?
Regrets? Haven't really thought about that.
It's sealed off. Looks like we won't be able to go any further.
We'll find another way.
It's all my fault. We wouldn't be in this mess if I had just looked a little harder in the first place.
Don't go trying to imagine the things you should have done. Regret's easy to find.
So, do you think I was wrong to come here?
Only if you regret it. Other than that, I can't speak for you. You made your choices and acted accordingly. And here we are. No one else led us here, just you, and the path you set us on.
You're right. It was my choice, every step of the way. And this is my story, after all. No one else's. Well, there's no use moping around. I'm done with it. I'm here in Palamecia, so it's time I started acting the part. And I'll start by becoming the full-fledged warrior of light.
What? You sure about that?
Color me surprised.
That's what you do, right? Fight to become the warrior of light.
It's no walk in the park.
I won't back away from a challenge. I just have to get stronger. No big deal. Now, where can I find somewhere to warm up? You guys gotta have a stadium or a coliseum around here. Let's go.
Who am I to stop such an eager recruit?
Once again, I found myself plucked from one world and thrust into another. Palamecia, my new home away from home. A fiend by the name of Chaos threatened its fragile peace. It needed help. So I figured as long as I'm here, I might as well do what I can. Defeat Chaos, save the world, and become the Warrior of Light. Anyways, it's not like I had anything else to do. What choice did I have to make? Alright, time to get started.
You've got the drive, but what's your plan?
Gonna start with one of the fundamentals, strength. And that's just a matter of practice. Now, where to train?
It's so nice to be with someone who cares for a change. I forgot how much it lifts my spirits. Vox must really like you.
Vox? Sorry, don't know the name.
He still hasn't spoken to you? I'm starting to get jealous.
Looks like he's 2 for 2 so far. He has his memories and there's no disembodied voice in his head. How amazingly normal.
Wait, is there something wrong with that?
Like I said before, Palamecia is heartless. It preys on anyone who deviates from the worn path.
This world sounds rough.
It has to be. How else could the brave and heroic rise to the occasion? If danger approaches, stand and fight!
All I can do is try my best. So, where should I train?
Many of us blanks begin our quest in Cornelia. The monsters there are forgiving. Relatively.
It's settled then. And oh yeah, I wanted to thank you for everything so far.
Don't thank us yet.
You're right. I should save it for when I'm wearing the mantle of Warrior of Light. So, here's where the training starts, huh? Some of these fiends look like they can put up a fight, but I'll show them.
That's the spirit, and once you've defeated them, a whole world of danger awaits!
I suppose it'll only be a matter of time until Vox gets in touch.
Be careful what you wish for. He rarely has anything good to say.
How else am I supposed to become the Warrior of Light? I have to hear from Vox, right? I wonder why I'm the only one who can't hear him.
For better or worse, continue on this path and he'll notice you eventually.
I hope so. So, what's the plan, you two?
Monster hunting.
Hey, why don't we make a competition out of it? See who's the first to take these monsters down.
You sure?
Gotta go big or go home.
I won't go easy.
Are you guys serious?
Tidus was the hero to stop Sin. I can't disrespect his prowess.
Sounds like we've got a match. Let's go.
Is this the start of a rivalry? May the best warrior win, I suppose. That sword, isn't that Tidus's?
Looks like it.
How dreadful! He's all alone and defenseless out there! We have to find him!
Got that right.
Come to congratulate the victor? Just kidding. I know I'm behind.
No need to worry about that. We're just glad to see you all in one piece.
And by the way, we found something of yours.
There it is. Thanks. It got knocked out of my hand while I was fighting. I couldn't go barehanded, so I booked it, but that monster followed fast.
What'd you do?
I managed to find a backup.
What are the odds?
You had us worried half to death.
Sorry about that, but hey, you don't need to worry. In the thick of it is when I shine. The first time I even held a sword was in an actual battle.
Don't you think that's a little extreme?
Yeah, I had that exact thought. But we were under attack, and someone put a sword in my hand just like that. I had to act first and think later.
Sounds rough, but you gotta learn somehow.
You remind me of him. The guy who taught me how to fight. Something about you fits the bill exactly. Maybe it's how, even though you act all aloof, I can still tell that deep down, you care.
Take my advice. Depending on others is just setting yourself up for disappointment.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Birds of a feather.
I'm sure you can already tell by your aching muscles, but things are only getting tougher from here on out.
Hey, don't worry about me. I'm just getting warmed up.
Don't let it get to your head.
Hey, every blitzer knows, got the ball, you gotta score.
Sounds like a way to an early grave.
No way. If you don't dive headfirst into battle, you'll never get attuned to its ebb and flow.
What?
The flow of battle is a lot like the flow of a blitzball match. And you have to watch both sides to determine the best strategy. Go on the offensive if your team looks strong, but also know when to back off and give them time to breathe.
Interesting thought. And if your foe's coming at you with all he's got, keep out of the way until just the right moment.
And when you see him getting tired, then hit him with a counter. That's how you score, and that's how you win.
All right, you've convinced me. You can do things your way, but I'll stick with what I know.
We'll see which is best. Nice try, but it looks like I win this time.
This time,
You seem to be taking it in stride.
it's still 1-1.
It's probably eating him up inside.
All right, I won't rest until you're crying tears of defeat. On to the next one!
Aren't you forgetting something?
Huh?
You're trying to become the warrior of light, not my rival. You've got better things to do than mess around playing silly games. This little competition of yours is nothing but a distraction.
You know, that sounds exactly like the thing someone on the loser's side would say anyways.
Ouch.
Seriously though, what should I do?
You're asking the wrong guy. I'm not the type to teach others the way.
Good thing I'm here then. Now, listen well to the sage advice. One who would become the warrior of light must turn their gaze within to find the path. In other words, find your goal. Easy enough, right?
My goal.
Think long and hard about where you want to go, how you want to live. The hope you have to achieve that goal is what gives you strength. The strength to make your dreams reality and become the warrior of light.
Don't feel obligated to take that seriously. She's rambling.
No, it makes sense.
See? It helps when you listen. Always keep the goal in your mind, and you'll find the way easily enough.
Now I just gotta figure out what that goal is. I think I've got it. I know what my goal is. I'm gonna save Palamecia. I'll train hard, be the best, and bring down chaos just like I did Sin. And become the warrior of light.
A noble endeavor. But saviors, especially would-be saviors, need rest, and you look beat. There probably won't be a better time than now.
I can rest when I'm the warrior of light. Let's go!
Say I didn't warn you.
So if we get separated... Oh yeah. Just whistle.
Impressive.
Pretty loud, right?
Settled then. If anything happens, just whistle. And yours truly will come running.
If we should get separated, just whistle. I'll come running. I promise.
What?
It's nothing. That just reminded me of something.
Something from Spira?
Never mind.
I guess you've been training pretty hard, huh?
Yeah, still a ways to go, though. Better get back to it.
Already? Take a break.
I can't stop now.
This can't be good for him. He's gonna burn out before he has a chance to shine.
I think I know what he's trying to do.
What?
He wants to burn out.
Huh? What do you mean? Hey! Where are you going? Get back here and explain yourself, you big oaf!
So, where to next?
Where do you think?
Well, any place I can go train.
You aren't looking for a place to train. You're looking for a place to lose yourself.
Lose myself? What are you trying to say?
You're throwing yourself into this goal to take your mind off things. Painful things. Things you want to forget.
What? Why would I do that?
To forget Spira.
Look, it's not like I want to just forget about Spira. Don't you get it?
But you also don't think you can go back.
No, that's not...
You're not trying to become the warrior of light because you want to save Palamecia. It's to forget Spira.
Well, you're one to talk. I don't see you doing anything to find a way home.
Maybe if I could remember it, but I don't. So there's nothing for me to look for.
That's so sad.
Hasn't been all bad, though.
Your most fervent wish becomes your hope, and your hope becomes your strength. Only then can you call yourself the warrior of light. Give up, though, and that's it. Your hope withers.
I guess I'm not cut out for this, huh?
I hate to tell you, but that's still you giving up.
So what should I do? What can I do? How am I supposed to ever become... That's... No way.
Your friend?
You could say that. It's about time we ran into a friendly face.
Well, he doesn't look too friendly to me.
Watch out!
Ah! Don't you remember me?
Save it for later. For now, we fight or we die. When I'm done, no one will. Here we go! Hear the hopes of the people on my back. That's better. Burn! shadows. One notch for every time. Stay front! When I'm done, no one will remember. I could have beaten them with a nail bat.
Hey, what's gotten into you? He's calling out to me.
What?
Tidus!
Once again, I found myself plucked from one world and thrust into another. Palamecia, my new home away from home. A fiend by the name of Chaos threatened its fragile peace. It needed help. So I figured as long as I'm here, I might as well do what I can. Defeat Chaos, save the world, and become the Warrior of Light.
You're not trying to become the Warrior of Light because you want to save Palamecia. It's to forget Spira.
I couldn't say anything in response to that. I knew that deep down he was right. I didn't know what to do, so I just stood there. That's how it was, but things are going to change. Is that... Yuna? Yuna!
Where are you? Wait for me!
It can't be. Yuna? Is that you?
Of course.
No, this must be a dream. You're in Spira. No way.
I'm with you. And you're with me.
Huh.
Right?
Yeah. I missed you.
Me too.
I might cry.
Me too.
Yuna, The sight of Yuna on that beach was like something out of a dream. Somehow, the impossible happened, and we found each other again. I was so happy. She was kind enough not to watch as the tears rolled down my face. I wouldn't have minded. She was here. That was what mattered. But I couldn't help but wonder afterwards. Should she really be here? Was she supposed to be here?
What a turn of events this is. So you and Tidus are both from the same world, huh?
That's right. Somehow we were both brought here from Spira.
It's not every day you meet not one, but two blanks with their memories intact.
My, aren't we quick to imply the heretic label?
Just calling it like I see it. Palamecia doesn't care who you are or where you're from. If you go against the system, you're kicked down.
I am not afraid.
Are you prepared to fight for survival?
Fight? Well, I don't know if...
Yuna can handle herself. After all, she did vanquish sin and save the world. Even though, I guess there are no Aeons left to summon. Not since we took them down on the way to Sin.
What do you mean, took them down?
It was the only chance we had to defeat it. To get rid of Sin, we had to do away with the Aeons. And I guess me too. Sorry, it's a bit convoluted. But I'm not like normal people. Same as the Aeons, I was summoned to Spira. So when they left that world, I had no choice but to follow, and here I am.
Would have been nice to know that earlier.
I didn't mean to keep it from you guys all this time.
I know. It's not exactly a traditional way to break the ice. I was thinking.
What is it? New plan?
You're a summoner, right? Try summoning.
We already told you. All the Aeons are gone.
Yeah, in Spira. But you haven't tried in Palamecia yet.
Huh, I guess you're right.
It makes sense if you think about it. You keep saying you were brought here from Spira. So what if they were too? Couldn't hurt to try.
Huh. Yuna, what do you think?
Well,
You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
there is a way. While I can no longer hope to summon an Aeon, that doesn't mean you can't. What was mine is yours.
What did you do? I can summon now? I don't feel any different. What am I supposed to do?
You'll come to understand in time. So, any luck yet?
It's hard when I've got no clue what I should be doing. You sure I'm the right guy? Wouldn't Tidus be more qualified?
Hey, don't look at me. I'm practically an Aeon myself. I can't summon them.
You say that like you're happy not to have the responsibility.
Well, no use feeling bad about it.
We'll just have to mold you into the best summoner you can be.
I'm sure the Aeons from Spira are here just waiting for someone to serve. And if you didn't want to be a summoner, then you should have held your tongue.
Doesn't sound like there's any convincing either of you. Alright, mold away.
Now let us set forth on the pilgrimage that will forge Palamecia's mightiest summoner!
Wasn't I trying to become the warrior of light?
Fine, then let the world know! Shout it to the heavens for all to hear! I shall lay low the dreadful chaos! I pledge my very life!
Ha ha.
You all get along so well. Do you mind if I accompany you? This world is so different. I want to see every corner of it.
It's not nearly as fun as she makes it sound.
Don't be a spoil sport! The more the merrier.
What about you? Still want to be the warrior of light?
I don't know what to do. Everything's changed so suddenly.
I understand. With Yuna here, I imagine you have a lot to think about. Just remember, you need a goal. Without something to strive for, you'll lose sight of yourself. I've seen it happen more times than I can count.
A goal, huh?
What will you do now, Yuna? Go back home to Spira?
Not exactly. I'll go wherever Tidus goes.
Are you sure? Palamecia isn't exactly the most peaceful world.
Maybe. But I'm sure every world's a pain in its own special way.
Well then, what do you think they should do?
That's not for me to say. They have to decide for themselves how to live. Make their own goals to strive for.
You're right. We have to decide the best path from here on out.
Then let's do it together.
Yeah.
That much I've already decided. That no matter where we are, no matter where we end up, if you are with me, then everything will be fine.
Yuna, So, I've been wondering, in all your time in Palamecia, have you ever found a way to get out?
Sorry to disappoint, but no.
Oh, man.
Why the sudden interest? Didn't seem like you cared about getting back before. Does this have something to do with Yuna?
You sure you don't know anything? Even if it was just Yuna who could go back, I wouldn't care. Something, please.
Just Yuna? If there was a way out, wouldn't you want to go together?
I mean, sure, but you see, that isn't really...
So you want to get out of here, huh?
Can you help?
Well, all I can say is that it's not that there isn't a way out of here. And it's not that no one has been able to find it. It's just that, well, they aren't here anymore.
Oh.
You're stuck in a place you'd rather not be. Trust me, I get it. But even if there was a chance of you getting home, you have to accept the reality that's in front of you. Same goes for Yuna.
I know. I'll have to talk with her.
Do you ever stop to think about the way you talk to people?
What I do now.
Earlier with Titus. You told him to give up any hope of trying to go back to Spira. You could have phrased it more delicately.
What about you? You practically said they were trapped here. Doesn't sound delicate to me.
That's because a fairy's anything but delicate. Our role is to trick, to deceive, to bamboozle.
Of course. What did you want me to say to him? To keep looking, even if he'll come up empty-handed?
How clueless can you get? I don't have any answers either, but we can't let them give up, right? We should help. Looks like they're having an important talk as well. Let's you and me put our heads together and figure something out. It'd be gauche to interrupt anything, you know.
Huh? Like what?
You really are clueless. So, when am I gonna see some of that all-powerful summoning?
You expect me to just do it? How?
Throw yourself into battle and figure it out. And if it doesn't work, just shrug your shoulders and run away.
You gotta be joking.
It's not like you to have a hard time. How's your ego holding up?
I'll live. Give it time.
forward to your success.
I bet.
If you can't master summoning, then who can? But if again, you try and don't succeed, run away!
Well, that definitely looks like an Aeon. I can't take credit for calling him, though.
Then what could it want with us?
A fight. Bet I look like a real soldier now.
Looks like we win again! What? You can't just do that!
Great.
You!
An Aeon!
Are you sure she's ready for...
I'll be okay.
about a close call. You sure picked a good time to awaken your talent for summoning. One more second and we would have been just another bloody footnote in Palamecia's tale.
You know me. I love to keep you waiting in anticipation. I assume we have you to thank for that.
I did nothing but say an earnest prayer, that you might succeed where you had failed before.
Prayers don't usually count for much in Palamecia, but I'm glad it worked this time. Thank you, Yuna. I've gotten used to calling forth the Aeons, but I'm still having trouble keeping them in line.
You shouldn't think of them as something to be controlled. Think of them more like an ally who lends their strength to yours.
That's a lot to ask of one of these.
Place your trust in them, and they'll respond in kind.
Good luck getting him to trust anyone, or anything.
Look who's talking about trust. But enough talking. Time to go.
Yuna,
Yes,
I was wondering if we could talk about what lies ahead.
of course. Right now?
Go ahead. I've got some summoning to practice anyways. I'll give you 2 your space. See you both in a bit.
Thanks.
You guys finished?
Yeah, we talked, and we've decided what we want to do. And we think you'll approve of our plan.
Huh. Did you need my approval?
We'll become Warriors of Light.
We'll fight together, and together we'll save Palamecia.
You won't go back to Spira?
It's not so simple for me.
What about for Yuna then?
It's still an option, but until we know a way back, we have to have something to keep us going. It will give us a chance to find out why we were brought here in the first place. Isn't that right?
Sure is. Until we know for sure whether or not we can go back, we'll set our sights on this goal. We're gonna aim to become the Warriors of Light. And we're not doing it to forget. We're gonna give it our all together.
Are you positive this is the path you want to tread? Palamecia won't go easy on you.
We have each other.
Great! Then let it be known yours truly is here to help. My loyal companion will be here for whatever you need.
Speak for yourself. As long as it keeps him from whining, though, then good.
I'm sorry about everything before. We'll try not to be too much trouble from now on.
Yes. Now shall we get started? I think we're ready to begin our training in earnest. So maybe you can let us go ahead and clear the way.
Don't get ahead of yourselves. Pacing is key.
We'll be fine.
Then go ahead and get your hands dirty.
Of course, we'll leave the toughest ones for you to clean up.
How'd I know?
Come on, Yuna.
Of course.
Yuna and Tidus are looking pretty good. I'll admit, I had my doubts at first. But if they keep up this pace, then the prophecy will be fulfilled in no time.
And finally, the Warriors of Light will bless Palamecia with hope. Their second world saved and as many visited.
You sure are nonchalant. Not scared of getting left behind by better heroes?
They're still at the fun part of the tale.
I should have figured. They can still manage a smile. Take this seriously, or you'll end up just another hopeless blank.
Hope? Who said I had hope?
Figures.
Things going well?
It's slow going, but I can feel it's getting better after every bout.
All thanks to Yuna, huh?
You got that right, Echo.
Really? And here I was trying to tease you.
I'm not afraid to admit it. I never thought we'd be fighting together again. It's like I guess it's like a dream.
Yes, but it's not a dream. Our eyes are open.
You look fired up for the next one.
Yeah, but we've still got a ways to go until we catch up to you.
Don't sell yourself short. I bet if it came down to it, you could give me a run for my money.
Your words say one thing, but your tone says another. You still think we're kidding around.
If you don't believe me, then go ahead and show me something that'll convince me once and for all.
You asked for it. Keep your guard up, or before you know it, you'll be eating our dust.
So how about it? Does the Master approve of his new disciples?
They've improved more than I could have imagined, especially since Yuna came along.
I think so too, but it might not all be roses and sunshine.
How so?
Don't you think they're too good? You of all people know how hard it is to thrive in Palamecia. It's taken longer than I care to say for you to get as good as you are now. But look at Titus. He practically just got here. His strength doesn't make sense.
You think he might be a heretic then?
I don't know. But even your impressive growth over this time pales compared to his.
So I am impressive.
Thanks to me, of course.
Sure, Echo. Maybe you're just holding me back. Titus doesn't have an Echo, and look at him.
That is strange, come to think of it.
Not denying it, huh? is to go back to the land from whence you came.
Took you long enough.
Wasn't that long ago you were the ones following us. Now we're struggling to keep pace.
You're just going easy.
We saw some kind of temple up ahead. Is that our next destination?
You got that right. Every would-be warrior of light goes there to have their future laid bare.
Then let's proceed, shall we?
All right.
It seems like they feel right at home already.
Well, this isn't the first world they've tried to save.
How do you know you're any different? Why, for all we know, you could be the savior of saviors.
If I was, I'd have to say it's a thankless job. I wound up stranded here after all, with nothing but my name.
But you met little old me. What better thanks could anyone ask for?
What's the opposite of thanks called again?
Hey, you mind if I talk with you about something?
Sure. What is it?
It seems like ages ago that I told you I would become the warrior of light. It's a choice I'd make again. Even though I still have a long way to go, having a goal has really helped me focus.
You might be closer to that goal than you think.
And fighting with Yuna by my side all this time has made one thing clear. I know why I'm here. I know what purpose I'm meant to serve. I'm here to start a new chapter of a new story in Palamecia. The story of its newest warriors of light. So thanks for pushing me to find a goal in the first place.
No need to thank me. Why all of a sudden, though?
I just wanted to finally say it out loud. It feels good to get it off my chest. Soon enough, I'll have the strength to bring this world the peace it deserves. And I'll finally be able to guide Yuna back home. So, what's next on the list of things to do to become the Warrior of Light?
What was that thing?
And so shall the Warrior of Light vanquish the dread Gigaflon, says the prophecy.
Gigaflon, huh? Sounds deadly. You sure you're up for it?
If the prophecy says we gotta, then that's what we'll do. We've come too far to let a single fiend stand in our way.
We'll be victorious.
That's right. Come on!
Something's bothering me about those two.
What, you think they're up to something?
No, it's not that. It's about what might happen to them.
They can hold their own. Don't worry.
I know, but I can't shake this bad feeling.
Welcome to my world. The bad feeling started the day I met you.
Be serious. We should check up and make sure they're okay. This isn't making that bad feeling any better. We should find them, and fast.
I've never seen you so worried. Something you're not telling me?
A fairy's intuition is never wrong, especially when it comes to matters of prophecy and life or death.
I'll take care of this!
Go for it.
Here! What the heck?
It's no use. Let me handle this.
But if I don't take it down myself...
Another law?
Yeah, Palamecia has bunch of them, so remember well, the battles find those willing to fight.
So if this battle isn't for you, then you can't hurt this thing. And it doesn't matter how dumb, but laws are laws.
Enough of these laws. That monster was mine!
We were following the prophecy to the letter.
I have something I need to say. Promise to stay calm. Here goes. Palamecia is a world governed by countless laws. And that's not to say you must follow every one to the letter. That'd be impossible. Regardless, anyone who exists outside these laws is branded a heretic. And heretics, well, they can't...
They can't become the Warrior of Light. Doesn't matter how much they want it.
Huh? This was all for nothing?
I thought maybe you'd be special. And things would work out, but I guess I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Can't be serious. All this time, we were just running around like children?
Wait!
Nothing to say?
I'll give them space.
You sure?
Maybe not. Subbing in.
I'll protect him.
This is the beginning of your end. For both of us. Those monsters shouldn't have given you that much trouble. I think you need a breather before you hurt yourself.
I don't know if rest will fix this.
What's that?
Huh? Oh, nothing. We'll talk about this later. For now, just get Titus to a safe place.
Alright.
I think I know why Titus was so easily beaten before. His hope has disappeared. Until now, he fought to become the Warrior of Light. And bolstered by that goal, he grew in strength to achieve it. But now, the rug has been pulled out from under him.
Without hope to lift him up, he's powerless.
Yep. Hope is the wellspring of strength in Palamecia.
Could have fooled me. The only hope I know is the one you keep droning on about.
Let me put it nicely. You're an exception. But some might even call you an anomaly, an aberration, or an abomination.
Thanks for considering my feelings. If I'm so abnormal, then why is Titus the one being branded a heretic?
Excuse me. Is Titus going to be okay? It takes hope to become strong in Palamecia, doesn't it? But what happens when hope abandons you? How do you fight?
Fighting isn't the only way to get by in Palamecia. Plenty lead normal lives.
But we aren't normal, are we? We're heretics. Is there any place for us here? Any place that will accept us?
I wouldn't know.
Why don't you try figuring out a new goal? It's not the end of the world if you can't be warriors of light. Who knows? From new endeavors may spring new hope. Just take the conviction and drive you had the last time and apply it to this new goal, and voila!
That's one way, I suppose.
But you have to listen very carefully. Tidus isn't in a good way right now. Whatever you do, you must keep your own hope burning fierce. For him!
I will. So. Tidus. No matter what, I never want to lose you again. So I'm going to keep you safe, as best I can.
Yuna.
Even if you're not the warrior of light, even if your hope has vanished, you're alive. And you're still here with me. That's all I wanted from the beginning. So if hope really does give me strength here, I'm going to use it to protect you.
Yuna, you don't really...
Of course I do. I'm here for you. There's somewhere we need to go. We'll find what we're looking for there.
We'll come.
Then we visit the springs in the Macalania forest. When last I felt all was lost, there, Tidus showed me another way. This time, let me be the one to guide.
From faraway Spira came Tidus, followed soon after by Yuna, a constant companion. They made it their quest to follow the prophecy and become warriors of light, as countless others have before them. That hope gave them the strength to go on in this strange world, but it wasn't to last. They were branded heretics, and thus cast out. They would never don that vaunted mantle. All appears to be lost for them. Stripped of that which drove him forward, Tidus lost the will to fight. Nothing stands between him and this pitiless land. You alright? You're starting to look like my friend here.
Sorry. I hate moping around all the time, too.
Don't feel bad. It's only natural to react this way.
But
And besides, you'll be just fine. Remember, you're not alone. I'm here by your side.
You're right. Thanks, Yuna.
Looks like your friend followed us all the way here.
Followed us? You mean followed you?
No, that's not it! Get back!
He's after Yuna?
But why?
I'll take him. Watch over her.
Got it!
Yuna, do you have any idea why the Aeon singled you out just now?
I haven't a clue. In Spira, he was a faithful ally to us.
I'm sure he was, but he's still a mercenary, right? Are you all caught up on your protection fees?
Well, for a mystical being, he sure sounds awfully human.
He was trying to hurt Yuna. I had to do something. Even though I wasn't much help after all.
Stop with the pity party. You can still help. Watch over Yuna and leave the fighting to me.
Harsh words, but you're right. I'll do what I can.
So what exactly are we looking for here? Something special in these woods?
Yes. Memories.
Memories? How is that supposed to help Tidus with his hope problem? Memories lie in the past. The future is the domain of hope.
Yes. But without your memories of the past, you cannot hope for the future. At least, that's what I think.
Interesting. So in a way, our memories are what gives rise to hope.
And here in Palamecia, that's what makes us strong.
I know it's what Tidus needs.
I heard you two have some juicy memories of this place.
What'd she tell you?
We're asking you, what was it? Meaningful glances? Pregnant looks? A kiss?
It's a lot more complicated than that, trust me. We were in a rough patch of our journey. Things we had believed in turned out to be nothing but lies. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know where to go. We were lost without a map.
Sounds dire, but I guess you wouldn't be here if it just ended at that.
Yuna said that memories of the past would give you the strength you needed to face the future.
I wonder what she meant by that. Oh yeah, I get it. I guess we're a lot better off now than we were before.
Is that what she meant? Now's bad, but it could be worse? And that's supposed to give you the drive to go on?
It sounds like you're trying to convince yourself more than me. If that's all he needed to do, then Tidus would have been back in shape ages ago.
Any luck?
None at all. Nothing I've tried has worked. Maybe I just don't have what it takes to be in Palamecia.
Well, you can say that with a smile, so it's not all bad.
That's right! Smiling's not just for when you're feeling great, but when you're feeling down, too! It'll make your worries melt away!
I guess so. Hey, Yuna, it's been a long time since we've practiced, hasn't it?
Practiced? Oh, I see what you're getting at. Yeah, let's do it.
Hold on, you want to practice what?
Smiling! Come on, I know it's just what we need.
Is it supposed to be this awkward?
Just as weird as I remembered.
Oh, you were the one who started.
I learned from the best, you know.
Well, feeling better after that?
Yeah, I think I'll be just fine.
I'm sure you will.
Yep. We can't keep doing this.
I thought they would smile, not laugh like maniacs. There must be something in Spira's water.
Still, it didn't look easy to do.
And it wasn't easy to watch either. Maybe you'd do well to try it yourself. For the challenge.
Is that really why?
I guess laughter is too much to expect from you.
Well, you asked for it. Don't say I didn't warn you. Now look into my eyes. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Stop! You thought chaos was bad. Now the children have a new boogeyman to keep them shivering at night.
Don't be mean. My reality is mine to create.
Hey, you guys mind if I go on up ahead alone? Just for a bit.
What? But you...
No, don't worry. I won't go far. I just want to clear my head.
Don't go biting off more than you can chew.
I won't.
I think your little laughing session really worked.
I hope so.
It did.
Shall we try?
No, anything but that!
My story finished a long time ago. When I left Spira, that was supposed to be the end of it. Instead, I found myself in Palamecia, with Yuna not far behind. The story I thought over began anew, only this time, it was our story. We would become warriors of light together. But we didn't. Now that story's over too. Heretics aren't meant to be the stars of Palamecia's tale. Where do we go from here?
We could always... just stop trying so hard.
What?
Until we figure out what to do. What's the point of beating ourselves up until we know that? We don't need to keep going after such lofty goals. We don't need to do anything. I just want to walk with your hand in mine.
We can do that. Yeah. Let's live here. If I can't be a hero, I know just the thing.
What'll it be?
A blitzball player. Yeah, who cares if no one knows blitzball? I'll teach them. We'll make teams, hold tournaments. It'll be a blast. Of course, I'll have my own crew. The Zanarkand Abes. Man, if I could bring the legend back to life in Palamecia, I'd never leave. What a dream.
Titus, you...
It's nothing. Just leave me alone for a little bit, will ya?
I know you had good intentions, but I think telling Titus to stop trying hard did more bad than good.
I only wanted him to be able to relax a little bit.
I'd jump at the chance to take it easy. Not so for Titus.
Titus is at his best when he has a goal to strive for. Take that away from him, and he loses steam fast.
I see. I suppose I was the only one who didn't know that about him. How could I have been so rash?
You've been with him all this time. You can help him more than either of us. He trusts what you say.
Wait, of course, I should have known. It's the same as before. Titus told Yuna to just forget everything. He was being kind, but it hurt her to hear. Because she knew she could not. Yuna would have known better than to do it to him.
Just what the hell are you? Gotta be kidding.
Yuna's gone?
Sorry, she was right in front of me.
But why would... Was it my fault? Let's split up to look for her, now.
All right.
Thanks.
You sure we shouldn't just tell him what happened? Maybe mention something about how she disappeared in a flash of light? Maybe something about how that might not be Yuna? Hiding it will just make it worse.
I didn't mean to hide it. He just rushed off before I could say anything.
Then, shouldn't we find him and tell the truth?
We'd better focus on finding Yuna first.
Or whatever that thing is. What if it changes into some slobbering monster? Or a deadly dragon?
Then we should probably find it before Tidus does. Let's go. We've been looking for you. And now I'll ask you, are you our friend or our foe?
I mean you no harm. However, I am not the Yuna Tidus knows.
Then what Yuna are you exactly? A fake? An illusion? Do you even look like Yuna under there?
Whatever you really are, one thing is perfectly clear. You're taking advantage of Tidus, deceiving him. You don't deny it?
I only wanted to see him happy. To be there for him. To stand by him while he finds his way in this world. Tidus needs a driving hope. I wanted to be that.
The only hope you gave him was false hope, built on your lies. You gonna vanish again, Yuna? Run away? You come here out of nowhere and just to suddenly go poof without a word. Think about how Tidus feels and stop being so selfish. If you're gonna disappear again, then do it now and don't come back. It's what's best for him.
But what should I do?
Better figure it out soon.
Can I ask you something, Yuna? Well, what should I call you? Yuna number 2?
I think just Yuna is fine.
Alright then. Anyways, Yuna, what'll you and Tidus do?
First, I'll apologize for deceiving him all this time.
No, not that. I meant afterwards. Do you want to stay by Tidus' side? Or will you go your separate ways? I want to know what your hope is. Also, in case you were worried, we won't say a peep about this to Tidus.
Speak for yourself. However, it might be best not to spill the beans all at once.
Remember, the best lies are sprinkled with a dash of truth. My favorite recipe.
I'm not sure. I've never considered my own hope.
You said you never wanted to lose Tidus again. That you'd do whatever was in your power to protect him.
How much truth was there in that? Think about it for a bit. You might be surprised with the answer. Still don't see any signs of Tidus. There are only so many places he can go.
He ran off in a hurry. He could be anywhere by now.
Wait, do you hear that? It sounds like...
That whistle.
Oh!
It's far, but I think I know where it's coming from.
Good. Then let's go find it. I've been thinking about what you asked me before.
Well, decide anything?
Yes, I did. I want to see Titus safely back to Spira.
Well, that's a sensible goal to have, but you see...
What she's trying to say is that there's no way. You can't leave Palamecia.
I think maybe we can.
How's that?
We are not meant for this world. We are heretics. We do not belong. If the laws of this world brand us as outsiders, then why is it we cannot leave? What is keeping us here?
Could it be a loophole in the laws of Palamecia?
You could be right, but it's a long shot. You have anything else to go on?
I can't say anything for sure, but I must try. There's the whistling.
We're getting close now. It won't be long until we find him.
Can I ask you something? If you wanted to guide Titus back to Spira, why didn't you just do that from the beginning?
He wasn't ready. That wasn't what he wanted. It was plain to see. He needed to forget Spira so badly that he threw himself into becoming the Warrior of Light.
Yeah, I remember. He was convinced that returning to Spira was impossible. Kept saying he couldn't go back. That he had accepted his fate, made his peace.
That doesn't mean he didn't want to go home. Wouldn't anyone want to if they could?
Titus isn't anyone. He faced his fate without fear. I don't know if I could have done the same. Say what you will about him, but his conviction goes without question.
That comes with a downside, too. Good luck changing his mind once it's made up.
There must be something. But if he doesn't truly want to go back, then I fear there really is no hope.
There might be a way. Even though he's never thought about going home himself, he'd do anything to see Yuna get back to Spira.
Even if I'm not really...
He won't know.
We better get going.
Yuna! Finally! Where'd you run off to?
I'm sorry.
Shouldn't we be the ones worried? We've been looking everywhere for you. My wings can barely keep up. In fact, we spent more time looking for you than we did Yuna.
I guess I did run off in a rush. Sorry.
Well, good thing you're back. Yuna has something she wants to tell you.
You do?
Yes. I want us both to go back to Spira. To go home.
Really? Back to Spira? So, Spira and Palamecia are connected somehow? Mind explaining?
We don't have much to go on besides wild theories. But if I had to guess, I bet this far plane and Palamecia overlap at some point.
Where?
At our original destination. The very farthest edges of Zanarkand. I'm sure of it.
Well, I don't understand the how or the why. But if there's even a small chance you're right, I'm willing to give it a shot. Come on, Yuna. Hey, don't look so grim. Whatever happens, I'll figure out a way to get us back. I promise.
I hope they make it.
Kind words for you.
I have plenty of kind words. For kind people, that is.
Palamecia doesn't deserve them. I want to see them home safe too.
Kind words for you.
I may not be fit to protect Palamecia, but I can still protect my friends. I'll make sure you get back to Spira without a scratch, no matter what it takes.
We'll both. Never mind. Just, please, bring us home where we belong. I'll be right behind you the whole time.
Well, Zanarkand awaits. Let's go! Listen to my story. This may be our last chance. Palamecia, a world of hope unbound. A world that Yuna and I could save together by becoming warriors of light. Being a savior didn't sound like a bad deal at all. Too bad I couldn't make it. I was a heretic. Torn out of one world and shunned in the next. I lost hope. However, Yuna holds on to the dream that we'll return to Spira together. Which only really leaves me with one choice to make. I have to see her home, no matter what.
You going too?
If it works.
You think it will?
Ready either way.
I just don't understand what Tidus is thinking. He wants Yuna to get back to Spira, but seems so against returning himself.
It's not that he's necessarily against going back. He's already set his mind on the fact that Spira doesn't want him. That if he goes back, there will be no place for him.
If there's no place for you, well then, you make one. Tidus knows that. How is this any different from when he was taken from Zanarkand. From when he forged his place in a strange new world with the help of Yuna and the others. He's done it before.
Whatever the reason, he's chosen to turn his back on the life he built there. He's accepted the fact that as far as Spira is concerned, he doesn't exist. I've no doubt he would have chosen another way if he could. But he couldn't. And he's made his peace.
I'm sure it wasn't easy to come to terms with that.
I bet. I know I wouldn't want anyone else telling me how I should feel. Well, that did it. Tell me, can only summoners pass through?
This was the final destination of all summoners in Spira. They would set forth on a pilgrimage to temper their strength. But only those who made it here were granted the power to combat sin.
So this is sort of like their holy place?
Yeah, but it was built on false hope. The summoners were forced to give up their lives to attain their goal.
What? Then what are we doing here?
We now have hope beyond that. Hope worth the risk.
Let's go. These are called fireflies. They respond to people's thoughts.
My pleas, they've been heard. Turn light into hope.
Light? A crystal.
Tell it your earnest wish.
Looks like that did it. Well, sort of.
The light of hope shall guide us home to Spira. And the fireflies gathered here shall make radiant that light. We should continue to look for more of them.
That's it? Collect the fireflies and then off to Spira?
It's not as simple as that. The fireflies draw power from the thoughts of those around them. So it is the crystal bearer's hope that becomes our guiding light.
You aren't getting home until that crystal is nice and bright.
I have hope. I want more than anything to bring Yuna back to Spira safely. But something's missing. It's gotta be the fireflies. Let's look for more. Mind if I go alone?
What for?
Want to try something out.
Be careful.
I will.
Just gonna let him go?
Wasn't any stopping him. Let's see what he comes up with. So, any luck with that thing you risked life and limb to test out?
Definitely.
Wow, look how much brighter it is!
Palamecia is all about fulfilling your hope, right? So I figured if I took down the monsters that were keeping Yuna from Spira, then my hope would get more intense.
And with that, the crystal would shine. Good thinking.
Not only that, but I can feel myself getting stronger as my hope gets closer to becoming reality. That's how it works here in Palamecia. Before long, the crystal will guide us straight to Spira. I know it. You'll see everyone again soon. I promise.
Yes, I can't wait.
All right, let's keep this good feeling rolling.
Tidus is back to his old self, and the crystal is more radiant than ever. It won't be long before the light of hope guides you back to Spira.
I don't doubt that. But he's so focused on getting Yuna home, I fear he isn't thinking about himself.
That's part of it. He also might not want to go back.
How can we change his mind?
One thing's for certain. He's set on seeing Yuna return. Good luck making him do otherwise.
I just feel like the real Yuna would know what to do. She always did.
But you aren't the real Yuna. And worrying about what she would do won't get you anywhere. This is a problem you need to solve yourself. With some advice, of course.
Why don't you try being honest with him? Hey, I know I'm not really Yuna. But let's go back to Spira together. See it with Spirit, he'll be smitten.
I'm scared. Maybe he would have gone back with her. But I'm not her, and I don't know what he'll do.
You look well.
Never been better.
You're not tired?
I can rest later. First, I gotta make sure this crystal's bright enough to get Yuna home.
Speaking of that, mind if I ask you something?
Sure.
I know getting Yuna to Spira is your top priority. But what about you? You planning on staying here in Palamecia after she leaves? After she says goodbye?
Maybe.
But why?
Can't really say. And I really can't afford to think about it right now. There's still a lot of work to do. I'm going on ahead.
You wait just 1 second. You wait and you talk to us. Tell us why you won't.
See ya!
Cut me off! I think that was on purpose!
Never took him for someone to avoid confrontation.
He doesn't mean to worry you. It's just that Tidus isn't very good at lying. So he'd rather not say anything. Even though he knew he'd vanish after fighting Sin, He kept silent about it until the very end.
You mean even Yuna had no idea what would happen to Titus? That he just disappeared even as everyone was celebrating their hard-won victory? I can't even imagine. How dreadful.
That's why I want to see them together again. That's my hope, my earnest wish.
Where's Yuna?
She'll come.
Huh?
We need to talk.
This again? Why?
You aren't making any sense, Titus. If you're ready for Yuna to go back to Spira, then why not go back with her?
It's not that easy.
So you vanished from Spira, and now you're having second thoughts about going back.
Like I said, I'm nothing but a dream. No different from the Aeons. I'm not even human.
What about Yuna?
Isn't it obvious? She'll go back to Spira, and she'll be happy. I want her to live her life in a world without sin. She'll forget about me, but that's fine. As long as she's happy.
I didn't know.
Yuna.
I'm sorry. I followed you all the way here. But I had no idea how you felt. I didn't know what you really wanted.
Oh. Wait! Yuna!
Just what's going on here?
Get away from her.
Listen. Before, you said you wanted Yuna to live happily in a world without sin. That was your earnest wish.
Yeah?
Don't worry. Yuna is doing just fine.
You're not?
You were wrong about one thing, though. She has not forgotten you. And it's unlikely she ever will. It's her memory of you that gives her hope. Hope that she might see you again, might laugh with you again, might hold you again.
So, if you're not Yuna, then what are you?
I'm sorry for deceiving you. I only meant to help. But in the end, I only hindered you. Set you upon the wrong path, led you astray. I'm a ghost.
Well,
if anyone should vanish, it's me.
no, don't! Yuna,
What use is hope if it's built on falsehood?
did you already know? Did you know that Yuna wasn't Yuna?
Sorry.
And to think, I was so happy when I saw her. But it was all just lies. It hurts. It hurts to see the people you care about fade away. I didn't know.
We seem to be at a crossroads, huh?
Where we go is up to Tidus.
He might not be fit to choose. How many times has his hope been ripped away now? Now Yuna's gone too. In his place, would you go on?
It's not up to me, though. I'll stick with him until he says to stop. Now let's make the crystal shine.
Feeling bad for deceiving your friend?
I'm just doing what Yuna told us to do. Turn light into hope. And I'm not convinced Tidus has given up.
But what if he has? Then we're all just wasting our time.
Well, that depends on him, doesn't it?
there's something I need to know. Why were you trailing Yuna? Did you know? Yeah, you and her were in cahoots, weren't you? But why are you still here? Why are you following me? What do you want? Not the talkative type.
How about this? Ask with your sword.
Tough guy, huh?
Sometimes fighting's the answer.
Looks like I'm in your debt. Again.
Someone as prone to up and disappear as you? I don't expect to be paid back.
Ouch, that hurts.
Don't sweat it. I'd be doing this even if you weren't here. Anyways, the only thing left of you would be a bittersweet aftertaste.
You joke, but now I wonder. How did Yuna feel? I think I know now. To get Yuna safely back to Spira at any cost. That was the goal that drove me all this time. But she wasn't Yuna, and she went away. I know she wasn't real, but losing her again hurt all the same. It still does. No one should have to see the people they care about disappear. I always thought this was my story. Always decided the best course. And they followed me every step of the way. Even Yuna. Yuna.
If we should get separated, just whistle. I'll come running. I promise.
No!
What's wrong with you?
I saw the way.
That right? You can tell me all about it after we get rid of this creep.
Take this!
Here be her! Fucking stone!
Hang in there! Get a load of this! Going for it! Yeah!
promised land.
No problem.
One notch for every time.
Take the bar! Touchdown! Eat this! Here you go!
Drop down.
My reality is mine to create.
When I found out what would happen after Sin fell, I was ready. I was ready because it was my story, and it would end on my terms. But in accepting that fate, I also accepted that I would have to hurt Yuna.
It's not like you had a choice.
What if I did? What if there was some other way? Some other possibility that wouldn't make Yuna sad?
Don't do that. Only a child worries about changing the past.
I give up! So what would an adult do then? They know they can just do whatever they like. You're right, I might not even have a chance. But no way am I gonna just stand here and let Yuna go! I was so convinced. And then I lost her.
Then take back that which you've lost. We can start by looking here.
No. What I lost in Spira can only be found in Spira. It's time for me to return home.
That's good, but I'm worried. In Spira, you were just a fleeting dream, and now your purpose has been served. What fate awaits you?
I will live with my sorrow. I will live
my own life. I will stand my ground and be strong. I don't know when it will be, but someday I will conquer it. I will face my fate, like Yuna taught me. I'll begin the first chapter of a new story.
Look! The crystal's gotten brighter!
Colors change too. This deep blue seems so familiar.
Blue, the color suits you.
Yuna, hang on. I'm almost there. Guess I've really been a pain in the butt, huh? Dragging you all over when, in the end, I decided to just go back home. Probably should have done that from the beginning.
I don't know about that. You chose not to go back to Spira. You had accepted your fate. And that wasn't a choice you took lightly. You meant it. If you tried to go back on that resolve half-heartedly, then Palamecia would have eaten you alive. You needed to believe in your new goal as strongly as your old one.
And if you couldn't commit fully to a new purpose, then all you'd be left with is doubt. And as long as doubt clouds your heart, then your hope can waver. Change.
So it was like you said after all. I just had to look within to find the answer. It took long enough, huh?
You did okay, all things considered. Who were you supposed to learn from? Do you know anyone with an astounding capacity for self-reflection? A heart full to the brim with hope?
Can't say I do. What I do know, though, is that even though the road got rough at times, it was the path you needed to walk. You walked it well.
Thanks.
There's one thing I still don't get. If that Yuna wasn't the real Yuna, then what was she? It's been bugging me ever since she left. Do you know?
Well, the best I can do is make an educated guess. I think that was one of Yuna's Aeons.
The bond between a summoner and an Aeon must run deep. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been able to put on such an impressive show.
And that wasn't the only thing. They wouldn't have been half as convincing if they didn't know how Tidus felt.
They were with us always. From the moment Yuna and I first met, until the moment we parted ways, they looked over us.
So, the Yuna we met knew well the choice you had to make for Spira.
She understood your hesitance to return again so soon. And she would have been happy to see you live here.
She sensed the trouble I was in, and she came running like she said. And now it's my chance to return the favor. I get it. I finally understand why you came. I've been a mess. Couldn't decide if I should stay or if I should go. So I placed that choice on the thing I thought was Yuna's shoulders. But you're here to bring me out of that funk, aren't you? To help me find my own strength, my own hope. Well, let's do it!
Crystal is Tidus's hope, then it should guide us back to Spira, right? Any ideas how?
I don't know all that, but I think I know how to make it shine, though.
Oh, how?
You know, by besting the best.
When and the crystal gets more vibrant. Easy to understand for a sportsman like yourself.
Thanks for coming all this way. I appreciate it. And I don't want to go back to Spira without making up for all the hassle I caused you guys. So I'll let you fight me, but you won't win.
You'll what now? Is this some kind of therapy session? Like punching a pillow? I thought we were more than this. Is this how you treat your friends back home? If you think winning will give you hope, then so be it. But what if you lose?
Then I'll try again till I win.
Good answer. Well then, come at me with all you got.
That's way more than you can handle! You're going down! Yep! Here it comes! Going for it! Yuna!
No way!
Wait, that's not how it's supposed to work.
I told you I'd keep going till I got what I wanted!
It's like the whole world revolves around him.
Don't mean to offend, but you should know by now, this is my story! That does it!
Turn to the earth!
Yep! Here it comes! Yeah!
One notch for every time.
Here it comes! How's that? Dead meat! Here it comes! Ha! Yeah! Ha!
That's the lead!
Here it comes! Now! Ha! Going for it!
You're being early! Ready to die?
This'll be quick!
This is the beginning of your end.
Here it comes! Ha! Ha!
When I'm done, no one will
Here it comes! Yeah! Yeah! Here it comes! Take this! Yeah!
Come on! That's the lead!
One notch for every stop.
Here it comes! You're gone! Take this!
Just for you!
This is the beginning of your end.
Here it comes! Yeah!
Just For you. You. When I'm done, no one will remember.
Here it comes! Dead meat!
This is the beginning of the end.
What's going on?
The end is always the same.
Looks like a draw. You're better than I thought.
Ready for another?
You know it. Oh. Huh? But the match is still going.
It doesn't matter if you win or lose. What matters is your will to fight.
Really?
Victory can never be achieved without the conviction to fight in the first place. To throw yourself into the fray again and again.
To get up and face your foe, no matter how high the deck is stacked against you. That's what keeps me going. Keeps me fighting.
In that case, I'd be happy to knock you down a few more times, so you can get up and face me.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say that was a joke. Let's go!
It's really too bad. I was almost beginning to like you.
Always playing it cool. I really hate that. That sound. Yuna, that's you, isn't it? Come on. It's time to go, but I don't think I'll be forgetting you two anytime soon.
Don't be so sure. You might just end up right back here where you started.
Without a hope or a dream, huh?
Well, this is Palamecia. Don't cry if you come back.
As if.
I couldn't handle a grown man's tears. Had fun.
Same. Even though you're a downer sometimes, you sure know how to play it cool. See ya! I went somewhere unforgettable and met people I didn't think I'd ever forget. That's really all I remember. Where did I go after our fight with Sin? Who did I meet up with? Nothing's coming back. Maybe Sin knocked the memories right out of me. But even though I can't remember much, I feel something shining within. Hope. And I dream an endless dream. A dream of limitless possibilities, of conviction. Again and again, the story plays out its course. Again and again, I find us together. Again I see our story.